Welcome back. I'm Jerry Agar, in for Ezra Levant. Yesterday, members of the Muslim Canadian Congress in Toronto held an event to thank Minister Jason Kenney for passing legislation to ban face veils during citizenship ceremonies. But things got tense as an anonymous person wearing a burqa approached the minister demanding he stand up.
Horrible, and I want to burn it, and it's a security issue. I chipped 15 times, and all of you who took pictures of me in this, burn them. Thank you, Jason Kenney. Thank you, MCC. And thank you, Canada.
That anonymous, burqa-clad woman was activist and author Raheel Raza, dressed to make a political statement in her call for a complete ban on face veils in Canada. While she drew some applause and laughs over the stunt, she told our producer she also drew real concern from Immigration Minister Jason Kenney and the audience.
I saw the fear in his eyes. I saw the fear in other people's eyes. They moved away. And that's the whole idea. Because, you know, you are afraid of what you can't see. It's human nature. You're afraid of what you don't know. And why should we make ourselves into some mysterious ghost just because we happen to believe in some sort of a tribal culture and terrify everybody? Is it a kind of an arrogance? Is it some kind of an ego trip that women are on? No. Be who you are. You can, you know, dress as modestly as you want. But the face covering is a no-no in Canada, and let's get on with it.
Joining me now is Tarek Fatah, founder of the Muslim Canadian Congress and author of The Jew Is Not My Enemy. Tarek, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You were there. You were moderating the thing. Were you aware she was going to do this?
No. I was joking that she was Judy Rebick, because how would anyone deny it was who? I said, maybe it's Alexa McDonough. We don't know, because all these left-wing feminists have come out supporting the burqa and all
left-wing non-Muslim feminists.
Yeah, and Muslim as well. Here you have a liberal paper like Toronto Star bringing over someone from Afghanistan and settling them over here, but then supporting everyone who supports the burqa. So there is a bizarre behavior pattern in the left liberal area of politics, which I belong to, where they can't understand that these are not victims. This is a symbol of Islamofascism that is showing its middle finger to Western society, saying, we're going to use your laws to humiliate you, and we don't give a damn as to what you feel about it, because we have positioned ourselves as the Martin Luther King of our day, and we know that everyone from Amnesty International to the NDP is going to say, oh, these poor souls, let's protect them, not realizing banks are being robbed, jewelry stores are being robbed. In Britain, women have been found to suffer strange diseases. Children get scared of their own mothers when they are lost in a crowd, because if you have 10 women wearing the burqa, the child doesn't even know who his mother is. There are incidents of vitamin D deficiency and rickets amongst women in the UK who are doing this. And it's being introduced in Canada not the same way as my grandmother did. She did it out of a cultural practice, and my aunt, who's in Toronto, 80 years old, she threw it out of a train in 1936. Today, the granddaughters of that lady are saying, we're going to wear this not because it's modesty, but because white society is really upset and we love it.
So it's not women being victimized, it's women joining a movement that you say is anti-Canadian.
It's anti-Canadian. It's the symbol of the Muslim Brotherhood. It basically says Western civilization is a satanic civilization. It gives sovereignty to people where sovereignty belongs only to the divine, and therefore you have to infiltrate it and destroy it. And most liberal white intelligentsia are befooled by them. They take them as victims, and so out of no cause to fight for, and since they are anti-American and Islamists are anti-American, they find common cause. But they have fooled even the right-wing media into believing that if we stand up against this woman who was born in Mississauga but today wears a burqa, you'd be called a racist. So you back off.
Yeah.
But someone like me or the Muslim Canadian Congress, we come from that part of the world. We know that those who wore the burqa literally slaughtered people in Rawalpindi during the Red Mosque army action. They were going around the city beating up people, forcing women to cover themselves up. So this is vigilantism that is not just medieval and archaic, it is anti-Western, and it is a political symbol that is being hidden under the Constitution guarantee of freedom of religion.
All right. Well, you lauded Minister Kenny over the weekend for disallowing the burqa at a swearing-in ceremony at citizenship exercises, but you want him to go further.
Well, we want the government of Canada to follow the example of the government of, or the political parties of Quebec, who by unanimous consent, all three parties, the ADQ, the PQ, and the Liberals, have agreed to the Bill 94 that says not barring a woman walking on the street, though I would not like to see a woman wearing, or anyone wearing a mask on the street. They said no government services, no private enterprise will be prosecuted if they refuse service to a woman in a burqa, and that is a private enterprise's right. So what we are asking Minister Kenny and the Government of Canada or the Government of Ontario, please look at the unanimous law being tabled in the Quebec Parliament, which has the support of Prime Minister Harper, and when it came up, the leader of the Liberal Party, then Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff, and 81% of Canadians and 92% of the Quebecois. There's consensus on this. We need to send a very strong message to those who hate this country that you may have been born over here, but we know who the fifth column is.
It's hard to get that kind of consensus on anything in Canada.
But
except Canada against Russia in the hockey or something like that.
Well, this is worse. This you're dealing with Osama bin Laden's believers in your backyard.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot.
Tarek Fatah.